We protect the environment so well in Minnesota with robust environmental standards. That has not changed. What has changed is these types of products, these types of proposals, data centers, feel they can put forth a project that goes and meets those standards. And if they can, we should give them all the opportunity to design something that they think meets that mark and then go through a regular public process.
The city of Hermantown's communication director responding to concerns about a proposed data center and the way the city is or is not including the public in the process. Good evening to you on this Wednesday. I'm Dan Hanger. Thank you so much for being here. As always. Over the phone here this evening, Mayor Wayne Boucher told me he is sad. People have fear and misconceptions about the proposed data center, but he and his communications director believe the city is following the correct governmental process when it comes to interested developers there. In an interview today, Hermantown Communications Director Joe Wicklund said he fully understands how data center opponents felt at the council meeting on Monday when councilors did not discuss the data center and only unanimously voted to approve the item at hand, which was a land zoning change at the proposed site. Wicklund said in normal developer dealings here, the public's first look at a project would have happened during Tuesday's Planning and Zoning Commission, where the developer's first permits would be recommended for council review or potentially not for the council to review. But because a petition was filed by at least 100 residents to the Minnesota Environmental Quality Board, the data center permits were removed from Tuesday's agenda until the city can answer the petition within 15 days. Wicklund says the city has done its part on the environmental process to meet state standards and says the city will now explore another environmental process to make sure it meets state standards.
And whether we're talking about a car dealership with a big parking lot, whether we're talking about the Miller Hill Mall, whether we're talking about a data center, whether we're talking about an expansion on our airport, all of those things that have significant impacts should have significant regulations and expectations. Now we have another step in that process, and we look forward to meeting it.
All right, the data center proposal would be the city's largest development in its history. While the name of the developer has not been released just yet, it is a U.S. headquartered Fortune 50 company. Wicklund says all the work that has gone on behind the scenes is all about exploring what can or can't happen while protecting investors' proprietary information until an actual proposal is ready to move forward into that public process.
So now is when the public really has a chance to grade the homework of the developer because it's finalized. Hey, this is what I am dreaming about building. This is what the project does. Here's the things that are different and it doesn't do around water or energy or wetland impacts. Here are the things that it does do. Let's weigh those out and see if they're a good fit.
Wicklund says he expects the city to be going through a thorough process here in answering the questions that need to be happening here for the Environmental Quality Board. The next time the data center's permits could be up for discussion is at the next Planning and Zoning Commission's agenda on November the 18th, which would officially begin that public process. To listen to the full unedited interview, about 20 minutes with Wicklund, we will be posting that on our website later tonight.